Are you dealing with a narcissist? And if so, that means you're dealing with the 3 stages of a narcissistic relationship. The 3 stages are love bombing, devaluing, and discarding. By the end of this video, you're going to learn a lot more about that 2nd stage, devaluing. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, top 1% attorney and the best-selling author of the books Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a Step-by-Step Divorce Guide. And I've helped thousands of people go from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And I do the same thing right here for you in these videos and on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, you're totally missing out. You need to do that right now. Hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I upload so much content for you so that you can escape the clutches of that horrible narcissist. So this is a 3-part series on the 3 parts of a narcissistic relationship. Part 1 was all on love bombing. And if you haven't checked out that video already, now is a good time to go check that out. Or you can watch this one first and then go watch love bombing and then come back. But it really doesn't matter because they kind of engage in all the phases at the same time. You know, they can be love bombing while they're devaluing or devaluing while they're discarding. And, you know, the phases are really overlapping with each other when it comes to narcissists. We're going to talk today about that 2nd stage, devaluing, and what it looks like, the many different types of devaluing, and what you can do about it. After they've love bombed you and got you all ensconced into their web of control, like a tarantula gets you into their web, then they start to suck the blood out of you. And they do that, they start that with the devaluing phase. So remember that narcissists have no inner sense of value. They have to suck all their value from the external, and they do that by attaching themselves to people that they can suck supply from. They are predators, and they're not going to attach themselves to you unless you've got something good that they can suck from, something that they want. So it might be your adulation, it might be that you can bring them to places they want to be brought to, introduce them to people they want to be introduced to, make them look good in some way, bolster up their ego in some way. And they may want to bolster their ego by making you look bad or devaluing you. That's a lot of times how it looks. Remember, it's a method of control. So the first way that they devalue you is through a method called gaslighting. It's a very highly manipulative technique of psychological abuse where they try to make you think that you're crazy. The word actually came from a play, which was also then made into a movie. The play was from 1938, and what the husband in the movie would do to try to make his wife think that he was crazy, or she was crazy, is he would dim the gas lights, or he would actually blow them out. And she would say, "Wasn't that just lit?" And he would say, no, it wasn't. And so he was trying to make her think that she was crazy. And so that's where the word gaslighting comes from. So what gaslighting will look like is you'll say, "Oh, I didn't know that you were doing that." And the other person, the narcissist, will say, "Oh, yes, you did. We talked about that. Don't you remember? You agreed." And you start to actually question your own sanity, like, "Oh, did we talk about that? Oh, I don't think we did." But you know that you didn't. But you know, when they do that over and over again, this gaslighting technique, it actually starts to work on you psychologically, and your brain becomes scrambled. So that's number 1, is gaslighting. Number 2 is emotional appeals. So they try to play on your emotions, like get you to feel sorry for them. "Oh, you're attacking me and I have so much work to do," or "I have so much stress and I can't deal with this right now," or "I don't like the way you said that." You know, you're questioning something about them, and they push it back on you, like, "Oh, you're really hurting me," or "That was below the belt," or "I don't like the way you said that," or "I didn't like the language that you used." So it deflects away from your own messaging. Another way that they will devalue you is through this burden of proof. Like, prove it. Prove that I'm wrong. Prove that I did that. Prove that I'm lying. If you can't prove it, then it's not true. Or it is true, or whatever. If you can't prove it, then whatever you're saying has no value, no merit whatsoever. Another way of devaluing is labeling you or calling you names, like saying that you're stupid or you're moronic. I mean, those are just outwardly devaluing you. Another way of devaluing is to ridicule you. You know, like make fun of you. Make fun of the way you talk. Make fun of the way you walk. Make fun of the way you cook. Make fun of the way you do anything, just devaluing. And they might say, oh, you can't take a joke. Come on, take a joke. Or they'll say something that's really mean, and then they'll say, ha, at the end of it, like, oh, it was just meant to be funny. But you know that it was meant to hurt you. Another way of devaluing you is to ignore you or not pay attention to what you're saying. So you're telling them about something that really means a lot to you, and halfway through the sentence, they're just talking about something else, looking at something else, picking up your phone, or they might just kind of give you a quick little response and then, be on to what are we having for dinner. Just subtly letting you know that they really don't care about what it is that you were talking about. Another way of devaluing is what we call triangulation, or lining up flying monkeys. And that is to get everybody, that they can on their side, letting you know, it's a message to you that all of these people are siding with this other person against you, or that they just think this person is so incredible. So you better not come out and say anything against this person, or you're just gonna look like the crazy one. You're just gonna look like there's something wrong with you because everybody else thinks they're amazing. Another way of devaluing is broken or empty promises. So they'll tell you that they're gonna do something, they'll tell you they're never gonna do it again, or that they're gonna work on this part of the relationship, and maybe you see them do it for a day or two, or even a week or two, and then it goes back to where it was before. So they're just letting you know in a subtle way that whatever it was that they promised you, they're just not gonna do. They don't care enough about you to actually continue to do those things, or to do them at all. And if you've seen any of these behaviors and it's sounding super familiar to you, give me a totally in the comments. Another way of devaluing you is incredulity, meaning just being incredulous, not believing. Like, oh my God, you actually believe that? Or you actually believe what that person is saying? You're actually going along with that? I can't believe you're doing that. How stupid are you for believing in that? And they may even, have that if you decide that you want to have a certain religion, or maybe you think a certain person is really terrific. They're going to, cut that down. And that serves a number of purposes for them when they do that, by the way, because it can mean like, okay, whatever you think is stupid, because obviously you're thinking something is great. But the other part of that is that they can't stand when you think something is so fantastic, because it might compete with them. It might compete for your attention for them. So they definitely are going to have to devalue anything else that might take your attention away from them, whether it's a person, whether it's an activity, or a belief, whatever it is. But if it takes away from your full attention on them and your full adulation on them, then it's something that they're definitely going to devalue. Another way of devaluing is like passive aggression. So how this might look in a divorce setting is that the person might say that they are going to put money in a certain bank account. So, they might say, I'll take care of paying the bills. I told you I would take care of it because you said, please put the money in the bank account. And so they say, we'll take care of it. So, for days go on that you're looking in the bank account, no money, no money, no money. So you go back to the person and you say, hey, you said that you were going to put the money in the bank account. You still haven't done that. I need to pay the bills. And the person comes back to you and they say, no, what I said was I would take care of it. I meant I will pay the bills. So they changed what you, and they knew what you actually believed, but they just wanted to mess with you. So then you say, okay, are you going to pay the bills directly? Yes, I'll take care of it. And then days go by and they haven't actually paid the bills directly either. And then you have to go back to them again. And it's all a way of devaluing you, making you feel less, taking something that's important to you. And anytime they can find an area of vulnerability, they will use that against you. And so, and find a way to devalue that. So anything that you think is important, that's going to get devalued. Anything that you think that is that matters to you, that is going to end up being devalued. And it can even happen in your sex life. And if you haven't checked out my videos, I have a 3-part series on narcissism and sex. You should definitely check that out because it even happens in the bedroom as well. These are just a few of the ways that narcissists devalue you. So it's love bomb, devalue, then discard. And as I said, they kind of all happen at the same time. But in part 3, I'm going to talk much more about the discard phase. So you're going to want to make sure you have subscribed to my channel if you haven't already, so that when I upload part 3, you will be notified right away. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment, let me know that you were here. And if you're getting ready to negotiate with the narcissist, make sure that you grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet. It's 15 pages, and you definitely do not want to negotiate with a narcissist without it. And you can get it at the link below, or just go to winmynegotiation.com and it'll be all yours. And if you want to connect with other people who are dealing with narcissists, come on over and join us in my free private Facebook group. It's called Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Funny that. And you will be able to connect with us, and I can't wait to see you in there. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm so glad you stopped by today, and I will see you in the next video.